Hey guys, welcome to day 1 of our 7-day meditation Jumpstart. I chose to start this little Jumpstart with the hardest topic for me personally, which is the topic of self-forgiveness. This for me is something that I constantly have to work at. It is just not something that I find easy. It's something that I really struggle with. And you will never talk to anybody more than you talk to yourself. So really learning how to forgive yourself is essential for learning how to be happy. When we don't forgive ourselves for mistakes from our past, things that we wish we did differently, when we look back on things with the eyes that we have now, which is totally different, and we're looking at something from a totally different perspective, we can really stay stuck in the negative. We'll stay stuck in the fear, in the anger, in the judgment, and in the anxiety. When we stay stuck in those places, we stay stuck in unhappiness. And that's the one place that we don't want to be in, is in that unhappiness. The interesting thing is that forgiveness is a choice. It's choosing to learn the lessons and to learn how to let go of the negative stories that we continue to tell ourselves. The stories of I can't do anything right, or I'm not good enough, or I don't belong, or wow, I really screwed that up. Whatever the story is that you tell yourself over and over and over. And I think if we're honest, a lot of us have a lot of stories that we tell ourselves. Forgiving yourself is really choosing to view your truth and find inner peace and happiness. The one thing that it does not mean is that you're not going to continue to make mistakes. We all will. But it's really understanding that when you do make a mistake, that you're going to be able to really look at it and learn to see the lesson, hopefully quickly, so that way you don't stay stuck in that pattern of that negative self-talk and that self-hatred, and that you will really have the opportunity to witness your growth instead of condemning yourself, right? And if you really want to be happy in your life, learning how to forgive yourself is definitely, in my opinion, the number one way to really work on achieving that goal. So the meditation that we're going to work on today might bring up some feelings. When we talk about self-forgiveness, it's very charged. It's very emotionally heated. So we're going to take our vagus point tapping, which is between the pointer finger and your middle finger. And we're going to just start right hand or left hand. We're just going to start to tap on that point, right? So what that's going to do is signal the amygdala that it's okay to relax. Okay. So as we go through this, if you find feelings come up, just breathe, right? Just know that feelings are not right or wrong. They're just feelings. They are, right? And it's all okay. Okay. So we're going to begin to sit nice and tall. We're just going to continue to tap on that point. Begin to close your eyes and just begin to bring the attention to the sound of your breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths in through your nose. Nice, long, deep breaths out your nose or your mouth, whatever works best for you. Just see if you can begin to allow the breath to deepen. Just beginning to bring to mind a situation that you struggle with. Something that you are holding on to that maybe you wish you handled differently, you think you could have handled better, or that you just wish you didn't do. And rather than getting caught in that judgment cycle and in that self-hatred, think of one lesson that you learned from it. And really look at that lesson. Think about all the growth that came from it. Look at the positives that came from that situation. The beauty that came from it. Maybe you've helped others from having that new perspective from that situation. And what you might be surprised to find is that because of that situation, you changed for the better. You grew for the better. You helped. You loved. So often we get caught up in that negative story and we forget to look for the positive. But it's there if you choose to see it. Take a nice big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. One more time. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Just beginning to bring your breath back to normal. Beginning to release that tapping point. Just begin to bring the hands to the heart, pressing the palms nice and firmly together. And just gently begin to reopen your eyes. So I hope that that helped. So hopefully whatever situation came to mind for you, that as you tapped and those emotions started to come up, that they started to lose their power and they lost their charge. And maybe, hopefully, you gained some new insight onto whatever it was that you were thinking of to see the good that came out of it. And that's the idea behind self-forgiveness. It's not holding on to all of these things that we think we should, whatever, and just allowing ourselves to step back, take out the emotion from it, and just really view the situation or situations, whatever it might be, as a gentle observer rather than a really harsh critic. Okay? And I hope that this helps. This is a meditation that I go to again and again when I get stuck on that hamster wheel of that negative self-doubt and self-talk and the stories that I tell myself. And it's so simple to return to it if you choose to, that you can choose to choose again and choose to not hold on to the negative and choose to forgive yourself how you would forgive others. Because none of us are perfect, and our goal shouldn't be to try to be. Our goal is just to continue to grow and to be the best that we can be. So I hope that this helped.